ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಸರ್.
Valuable leaders, to all of us are assembled here for the best reasons for this day, as well as the birth anniversary of Mr. P.C. Goyal, late Mr. P.C. Goyal.
ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ.
Today's program is we start with today's program by prayer by Mr. K. Majumdar, our honorary vice chairman.
ನಮ್ಮ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಅವರು ನನಗೆ ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನೊಂದು ಬಸವಣ್ಣವರ ವಚನದಿಂದ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಕಳಬೇಡ ಕೊಲಬೇಡ, ಕಳಬೇಡ ಕೊಲಬೇಡ, ಹುಸಿಯ ನುಡಿಯಲು ಬೇಡ, ಅನ್ಯರಿಗೆ ಅಸಹ್ಯ ಪಡಬೇಡ, ಎನ್ನ ಬಣ್ಣಿಸಬೇಡ, ಇದಿರ ಹಣಿಯಲು ಬೇಡ, ಇದೇ ಅಂತರಂಗ ಶುದ್ಧಿ, ಇದೇ ಬಹಿರಂಗ ಶುದ್ಧಿ, ಇದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವನೊಲಿಸುವ ಪರಿ. ಕಳಬೇಡ ಕೊಲಬೇಡ, ಕಳಬೇಡ ಕೊಲಬೇಡ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Now, the next part of the program is lighting the lamp. So I request, please come sir, Kumar sir, you are most welcome.
Yes, thanks for coming.
ಇದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಬರಲ್ಲ.
I request each one of you to come and light the lamp, starting with Mr. Ulas Prabhu sir. With the mastic.
ಹಚ್ಕೊಡಿ ಸರ್.
Okay.
ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್.
Come, let us ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ನಾನು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಇಲ್ಲ ನಂಬರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದಾಗೋಗಿದೆ. ಗೂಗಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಹುಡುಕಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ
ಬನ್ನಿ ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್ ಮೂರ್ತಿ.
ಲೈಟ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹೋಗಿ ಸರ್.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ 9 ಇದೆ ಸರ್, ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ 9 ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದೇನು? ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು.
ಅಸ್ಟ್ರಾಲಜಿ ಪ್ರಕಾರ 9 ಇದೆ.
ಎಲ್ಲ 9 ಜನ ಇದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ.
ಬಿಡ ಬೇರೆ ಹಚ್ತಾರೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇವ್ರು ಬರ್ರಿ ಸರ್.
ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಬನ್ನಿ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್, ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್.
ಮೂರ್ತಿ
ಹಾಂ ಇದೆ
ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಸದಾ ಬೆಳಕಿರಲಿ ಅಂತ
Very good. I'm very happy that you have come.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅವ್ರು ಇವಾಗ
Although last
ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರ ಅದ ಏನು ನೀವು ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ
ಹುಷಾರು.
next ನಟರಾಜ್ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಈ ನಟರಾಜ್
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಇವರೇ ಅವರ ಸಲ
ಸುನೀಲ್
ಬನ್ನಿ
ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ನೀವು ಬನ್ನಿ.
Thank you.
ಸುನಿಲ್ still right action. ಬನ್ನಿ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಲಿ.
Thank you. ಬನ್ನಿ.
ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವಾಗಿದ್ದು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವಾಗಿದ್ದು ನಾವು
ಬನ್ರಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ
ಸರ್ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದರು
ನಟರಾಜ್ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಕೈ
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಬನ್ನಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಅದೇ ನಾನು ನೆಟ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಯಾವುದೂ ಆಫ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ.
ಸಾರಿ ಸರ್
ನಟರಾಜ್ ಸರ್
ಸರ್
ಬನ್ನಿ ರೈಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬನ್ನಿ.
ಹಾಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರದ್ದು ಆಗಲಿ
ಎಲ್ಲ
ರೈಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಬಂದೆ.
ಸುನೀಲ್
ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ
ರಾಂಡ ರಾಂಡ
ಬಿಚ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಶೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್ ನಾನು ನರತ್ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಶೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ
ಸುನೀಲ್ ಬನ್ನಿ
ಸುನೀಲ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್
ಸುನೀಲ್ everybody like very good. Narasimha Acharya.
ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್ ಅರ್ಜಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ
Give a big clap for all the. Thank you. Sir, ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಸರ್? ಓಕೆ ಸರ್ ಓಕೆ ರಾಜು So thank you everybody. I forgot to thank Mr. Manjunath for his song rendition of prayer. Thank you, sir, Mr. Manjunath sir. Now, after lighting the lamp, again there is a small work for each one of you. Since the founder is a great visionary, I request each one of you to come and put the flowers on the photos. Each one of you kindly come and put them. Next Monday. Photo ready? Okay. Hey, lamp hachindra. Nagendra, lamp hachindra. ನಿಮ್ಗೊಂದು ಲೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಇದೆ ಹಚ್ಬಿಡಿ.
ರೈಟ್ ಟೈಮ್
ಸರ್ ಲೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಖಾಲಿ ಹಾಂ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಸರ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈಗ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರೆ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡಿ ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಫೋಟೋ ಹಿಡಿತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಸರ್?
ಎರಡೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಜೊತೆದಾಗಿ.
ಸರ್ వచ్చి ಶ್ಯಾಮ್ ಕಾಪಿ ಅವರೇ ಕವರ್ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಕವರ್
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಆಮೇಲೆ
ನಟರಾಜ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
ಯಾರೋ ಬೇರೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು
ರವಿ ಅವ್ರು ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಬನ್ನಿ.
ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ
ಅವರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು
ಒಂದು ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ
ಚೇತನ ಯಾರೋ ಹುಡುಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ನೀವಲ್ಲ ಕಮಿಟಿ
ಸುನೇ
ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾ?
ಆಯ್ತು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು
ಹಾಂ ಆಯಿತು. ಹಾಕಿ ಫ್ಲವ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆಗೂ ಹಾಕಿ. ನಾವು ಹಾಕೋಣ.
ಸೊ ನೀವಿನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ
ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಇದೆ ಬನ್ನಿ
ಬಗೆ ಆಯ್ತಾರ ಬನ್ನಿ
ಲೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್
ಹಂಗೆ ತಿರ್ಗಿ ಸರ್.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಟಚಿಂಗ್ ಅದು ಸೌಂಡ್
We welcome our
13 ಗಂಟೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ.
esteemed value friends, Mr. Nataraj, Mr. Vasraj, Mr. Raghavendra, and Mr. Bhagirath. All of us welcome you again once again. Now, as part of today's program, the first item was a song written by Mr. Manjunath, our honorary vice chairman. The second item was lighting the lamp by all the members. Third item was floral tributes to our founder. Now the next part of the item is tributes to our founder, Mr. T.C. Goyal. The keynote address will be by our honorary chairman, Mr. Ulaspro.
ಸೊ
Keynote ಎರಡು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ.
2 in 1 ಸರ್.
Podium.
ಪೋಡಿಯಂ ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಸರ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಬಸ್ ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿ ಬನ್ನಿ ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಒಂದು
ಫೋಟೋ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ
ನನಗೆಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ.
We welcome our EC member Mr. Ravi Kumar and thank you very much for your graceful presence.
Good evening, friends. Guru Prasad is one of our good friends, but also well-wisher of Iov Bb branch. He is lighting the lamp and flower. Thank you, Mr. Guru Prasad. Guru Prasad, I wanted to just say a few words because all the people would like to know who you are. Please come. Guru Prasad makes it a point to attend most of our IOE functions. I do not know the reason why we try to attend, but one reason I can find out is you are a very close well-wisher of Mr. Narasimha. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
ಮಾತಾಡು
All our well-wishers, sir.
ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡು.
What I have observed is,
ತಿಂಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ಯಾ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ವ ಮತ್ತೆ
ಸರ್ ಮಾತಾಡಲಿ ತಾಳಿ ಸರ್ ಸರ್ ಮಾತಾಡಲಿ ತಾಳಿ ಸರ್ ಮಾತಾಡ
ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ? ಕಾಫಿ
ಸರ್.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಮಾತಾಡಲಿ ಬಿಡಿ ಸರ್ ಬಿಡಿ ಮಾತಾಡಲಿ. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
So I have been associated with him since 20 years. I was doing concurrent audit with Central Bank of India. He was the technical officer. So based on that close relationship, so I used to come to his office and attend some of the functions which is related to IT. So that is my brief description about that.
are you a cost accountant?
No, I am a BCom and Commerce and MBA finance.
MBA finance.
Correct.
Narasimha,
So you can start.
right.
Sir, before that,
Yeah.
friends, one small request. After the keynote address and tribute by Mr. Olas Prabhu, I request members to kindly come forward and say a few words.
Good evening to all of you, all valuable members present here on this occasion. If you ask me, this is one of the unique days in the life of Iov, because in those days when probably the area of valuation was not known to the engineer community or to the lenders, this profession was brought into, shall I use the word, limelight in the early 50s and early 60s. So friends, today we have here to celebrate the birth anniversary of late P.C. Goyal. I think I can't recollect this day being celebrated in the earlier years, but first time we are coming across this celebration of P.C. Goyal. Now
Sorry to disturb. We'll ask Mr. Pradeep also to write.
Okay.
Pradeep, come. Because it is a part of our love and affection.
Yeah.
So, our side. Very further.
No.
On behalf of all the members, I welcome Mr. Pradeep, who is also a very good friend of mine and is very busy. Thank you for the lighting the lamp and also the floral tributes. Thank you once again, sir.
So, friends, after we got the message about this celebration of the birth anniversary of late P.C. Goyal, we met yesterday in Narasimha's office, me and Narayan. In fact, he called me. And on that moment, we thought that the Bangalore branch also should celebrate this birth anniversary of Mr. Goyal. That is very nice of Mr. Narasimha and Narayan. In fact, me and Manjunath got calls from the head office Delhi that we should come to Delhi to be on this occasion. Time was very short and we tried for the flight, but the cost is also very high and we felt that next year probably we should be able to make it. Now let's see how the life of Mr. Goyal has come through. Mr. Goyal was born in Jammu in the year 1926. He received his education as architect and engineer from England in 1950. He did his architectural and engineering practice since 1950 and probably continued. 1926 and 1950, and after engineering 1950, he started practice. In those days, I think it was one of the direst decisions taken by Mr. Goyal to practice in valuation. In order to give the shape of gratitude of valuers' fraternity towards the founder father of valuation profession, the council Delhi decided to commemorate the birthday of Sri Goyalji today, the 21st of May. All of you will agree and appreciate that Mr. Goyal, a visionary with a long-term vision, had the leadership characteristics. It is evident from his efforts to launch the institution of chartered engineers in the year 1961 and institutional valuers on the 2nd of October 1968, on the birthday of the father of our nation. In the post-independence period, the nation was struggling to come out of the effects of slavery of the British Raj. There were few architects and engineers in practice, and valuation was a small area for the engineers to practice. In those days, Mr. Goyal thought and that this valuation practice has to be brought under one umbrella, and the message should go to all the engineers who would like to do valuation across the country. The humble beginning of the institution of valuers, transformed into a nationwide institution encompassing 53 branches with 28,000 members by the year 2017. The continued efforts of Mr. PCG, in short, who is called, over the decades, the profession got institutionalized. I think lot of seniors, lot of valuers have had their careers, and today probably they are having the fruits. Grandchildren have started enjoying these fruits, the institution of valuers. This institution attained the name of premier organization of valuation profession in India and has a global status as a premier valuer organization and is amongst the top 5 valuer associations in the world. Friends, P.C. Goyal, all of you know, was a former Honorary Secretary of Iov headquarters in Delhi, with very little number of valuers in the country. It must have been a mammoth task to weld all of them into a fabric of an institution. Painstaking and single-handedly, he continued to owe the valuers who were not only scattered but difficult to contact, since in those initial years there were no telecommunication facilities enough to remain connected the way currently we are. Letters, formal notices for conducting AGMs, as well as calling them to open chapters, the branches and centers at various centers, was even an unimaginable and most arduous task before him. But he continued to enthuse the valuer members to expand their field of activities, conduct seminars, workshops, so that they frequently meet in numbers and develop kinship and brotherhood. Continued efforts over decades have brought the IOV to a nationally accepted, recognized body. This was honored, and consultations frequently with the governments, both central and state, as well as the policy makers, has kept this institution at a very high acceptable pedestal. 50 years of struggle of a single man with determination to bring IOV to this present state, and I think all of us should put our hands together to clap. The journal Indian Valuer, friends, when I became a member in the earlier 80s, this was nearing eye-opening for me, where I could get a lot of information which was useful for me in my career. The editorial board of the Indian Valuers was formed by distinguished valuers, and a few valuers' names I can take: Valuer Dr. Ashok Nain, B. Kangasabapati, R.K. Gandhi, Roshan Namwati, Mahendra Kakule, Mr. Jairam, Mr. C.H. Gopinath Rao. They are all the outstanding valuers who contributed not only the editorial articles, but he supported, all of these people supported Mr. Goyal to establish this institution. Friends, on the 1st of July 2018, Mr. Goyal had his last breath, and he was 92. The last article by Mr. Goyal was in January 2018, and this article gives a full hope, praise for the members, and conviction of perpetual progress of this institution among the world of value and fraternity. Friends, a few things which our past Vice President of the Institute, Engineer S.S.K. Bhagat, was mentioning. He said in his condolence message, he said that Iov is a Rath, that means in Hindi, Rath means chariot, and the driver is Mr. Goel, Sarthi. The foundation and the past history of Iov has parallel incidents to Mahabharata. Engineer S.S.K. Bhagat said that the life of Mr. Goel was not a bed of roses, but thorns too, and to face brickbats, hurdles, vagaries, even inquiries, court cases, house searches, etc. But he stood firm like a rock. This shows his upright character and fearless spirit, which is parallel to the character of Lord Krishna. For him, the followers and rebels were no more than Pandavas and Kauravas, who were destined to do their karma. However, he never took enmity with anybody and refrained from taking any sides. His role remained active, but without passion for name, fame, and money. Thus, he was a creator without worldly possessions. Friends, the last word of Mr. Bhagat in his condolence was, soul of our institution, late Honorable P.C. Goel, cannot be forgotten, and he lives peacefully in the body of the institution of values. A few things about the policy matters in the respect of governance of the institution. All of you must have seen, but I thought if people have not seen, I would like to mention this. Iov has taken another pioneering efforts towards governance. Governance is a very important word in today's time, because everywhere, even our Iov, RBF, if some of you have gone through the syllabus, governance, transparency is one of the important things which has to go through. So in this area, they have constituted various committees. The first committee is Grievance Redressal in Evaluation, Committee for Administrative Matters, for Advocacy in Evaluation, Best Practices in Evaluation, Branch Coordination Committee, Delhi NCR Working, this is a separate exclusive for Delhi NCR, then Disciplinary Action Committee, Finance Committee, Membership Committee, Publication Board. So with all this, they will be able to probably take up the areas of governance and react as early as possible. Another information which I would like to share is the editorial board of the Iov has formally decided to publish a series of articles on the life, achievements, and philosophy of distinguished values of Indian origin. The aim behind the articles is to recognize the contribution of these personalities to the profession and the academics. So the series would follow. Probably it started the founder and a lot of writers who have contributed all these years. Probably the institute would like to remember them and commemorate on various occasions. So thank you very much. I thought I have conveyed a lot of things.
Thank you very much, sir. It was a very interesting and very distinct. Actually, 50% to 60% of my speech you also covered. That's why I curtail my speech to that distinct. So it is very good provocative, because no tribute can, best tribute is by S.S. Bhagwat, the former Vice President of the Iov, who has told many of the achievements. If you list, it will run for several hours. So I also had prepared a little note, but I thought to cut it down, but Mr. Ulas Prabhu had rightly and aptly brought it down to this. Thank you very much, sir, for your interesting presentation.
Thank you.
We welcome you again for these your lucrative words. Thank you very much, sir. Now I request Mr. Basuraj to come and light. We welcome you for the program. Thank you, Mr. Basuraj, for coming and honoring our program. So thank you, Mr. Ulas Prabhu, for your very good speech once again. Now next speaker will be our Honorary Vice Chairman, Mr. A.M. Manjunath.
Good evening, my dear friends. It's an immense pleasure for us on this day to assemble here in our institutional office, Bangalore branch, to celebrate Founders' Day. In fact, today, professional valuation, how it has become, every day I get a minimum 2 to 3 phone calls from many of the engineering professionals. The entire engineering community, as such, whether he is a professor or a lecturer or working as a site engineer, they want to become Iov members. Now only they are doing their profession. I think there are as many as 1,000 valuers are there in Karnataka only. They are not members of any of the institution, but they are doing valuation profession. You can just imagine how best our PC Goel sir has given a platform. See, when we joined State Bank of India as a valuer in 2000, I believe, one of the conditions they were putting is they should pick valuers should be, to become empaneled. They should be registered as 34 AB in income tax. Otherwise, they should be become an institutional valuer member. Because it is a 52-year-old organization, wherein which today, as we see, many of the professors and head of the department of school engineering, they used to say, sir, somehow you give some job to an engineer like that. Because engineering colleges have become just like, previously in the year 1982, I used to speak, graduates are becoming just like plastic buckets and lotus. But today, engineering colleges are becoming like a plastic buckets. So much of engineering colleges are there, so much of output is there. Nobody is getting jobs. At this juncture, Mr. PC Goel sir has made a platform wherein which any of the engineer can make his life with the profession of valuer. Every day, there are one person, Mr. Mahendra, is there in Hoskote. He is already doing wonderful job, but he has taken only one year subscription, 2,500 rupees in 2002. With that letter only he is doing business. Now he has come that I want to become life member. So like that, many people are there who want to become Iov members, in spite of having fully proficient life in their life cycle. So that's how, because as I say, for human being settlement, roti, kapda or makan, जो more word है, actually employment is very, very important. Today, unemployment is having biggest problem for engineers. So this is the best contribution given to the entire human society by Mr. P.C. Goel sir. If not, people were not able to recognize themselves, because at least people, as a member of Iov, they can tell that I am a member of Iov, I can get some valuation like that. So their contribution to the society is too big. So we are very small people to tell about them. We are fortunate enough to be in an institution of values, and I congratulate our secretary also for having been arranged this wonderful program within a short span of time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Manjunath, for your good speech. I now request Mr. Our valued engineer, Mr. Natraj, to explain.
Good evening, everyone. So, as Mr. Manjunath said, I am also one of the beneficiaries of Institution of Values. In 1990, I met our Institution of Values members. At that time, Mr. Tamaya and B.V. Murthy and some of the people, old people, they were the members at that time, members and chairman and secretary like that. So at that time I contacted them and they guided me very well, and one of the beneficiary I taken a lot of benefits from Institution of Values. So first I become member in our Institution of Values. Then I applied for State Bank of India. Automatically they have enrolled my name in State Bank of India. And afterwards in Canara Bank I applied by showing that certificate. So I got empowerment there also. So like that I am one of the beneficiary in this was our institution. And so myself, later on I worked in Kolar, and later on, as Mr. Manjunath said, I migrated to Bangalore. Here also I got a lot of works in banks. So like that, I am very much thankful to our Institution of Values and our founder who started our Institution of Values. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Natraj sir, for honoring us. Now I request Mr. Senior Valued Mr. Dasraj to speak up.
Escape ಆಗ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಏನು?
Good evening, everyone. And with respect to chairman and our secretary and vice chairman, so today is a wonderful day for us. Mr. P.C. Goyal's Founder's Day we are celebrating, and it is a surprise for me when I saw my WhatsApp that today is the Goyal's birthday. So then Mr. Nasimha has called me, you must come. So even otherwise I would have come. And this is a wonderful place for all the valuers. This IOV has helped us a lot. So once I went to Institute of Valuers, and somebody was told all engineers can become a member. So I took the application and I filled it, I gave it. So one fine day I got a letter. So you are in the IOV team and you have to pay some 200 rupees or 300 rupees. That those days we have to put it in money order. Money order we have done. So I have done and I got the letter that IOV. Then I was working in Agri College at that time. So I was constructing houses. So one of the client, he told me, why don't you become a valuer in the Indian Bank, Bank of India, SBI, State Bank of India. I told him I don't know how to apply everything. So he took me there and he introduced to one person, Krishnamurti. So he told me, you are working in college and here how can you become a valuer? It is not possible. You have to leave the college or this. So then he only told me, you take out the certificate and tear it off and I will make you a valuer. Yes, I will become a valuer. So after making the valuer, so then I don't know how to approach. So like this only somebody has called in the Institute of Valuers. We went there and I met one Mr. Rajgopal and Iyengar was there. I asked him, sir, I am an electrical engineer. Can I do some valuation of plant and machinery or land and building? He told, we are all mechanical engineers. There is no civil engineers here. Only few are practicing. All civil engineers are in the high place. They are all working in PWD, corporation, other place. They are not interested. We are all mechanical engineers. You can do valuation. So those days there was no like class categories and this thing, and nothing was there. So we started valuation. So I met Natraj in one of the place there in fourth black specialized housing finance branch. So there only I introduced to Natraj by one Mr. M.U.M. Prasad. So we did valuation of 400 valuation one day, one time. that Myco, this one. So that has been distributed to Nataraj and myself. I don't know what is the fees to be taken, everything, but at that time Nataraj was a little senior, earlier. So then we started career like this. So and then I came to this level, and today I really appreciate Mr. Narasimha. He has taken a lot of interest, and these things has not been done in the previous years, and he is doing it. And you should encourage and you should give a viral hand to him.
Yes.
And we have to bring our IOV Bangalore branch to a highest point. And I hope he is capable of doing it with the directions of Mr. Ullas Prabhu. He is senior and he is well experienced, and he knows how to tackle the problems, so he will do it. So with all your cooperations, so we will help this team, and I request everyone, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Vasquez. Before the next speaker, I request Mr. Bhagat to come, light the lamp and pay the floor bills.
ಏನಿದೆ ಹಾಂ ಭಗತ என்ன ಲೇಟು ಹ್ಞೂ
There is a fresh drink for you. ಇಲ್ಲ, first light that way.
Careful.
ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ
Thank you, Mr. Bhagat. Thank you, Mr. Vasquez, for your good and encouraging speech, and also for thanking the girls. And now I request Mr. Ravi, our ex-treasurer, to come and say a few words. Afterwards, Mr. Basaraj, be ready.
ಡೈನನ್ಸ್
So
ಆಫ್ಟರ್
this is an opportunity, everybody say a few words, that's all.
ಜಸ್ಟ್ 2 minutes ಏನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್?
ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
ಹಾಂ ಸರ್.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಈಗ ಈಗ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಗೋಯಲ್ ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನನಗೇನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ತಿಳಿದು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸಾಲು ಓದ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತು ಜನ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದಂದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕೇಳಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ದೊಂದು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ನನಗೆ ಅನಿಸಿದ್ದೇನೆಂದರೆ, ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಎ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯರ್ ನಾವೇನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದೊಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ನಾವೇನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅದ್ರ ಎಥಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ನಾವೇನು ಪಾಲನೆ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ರಿಯಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಅರ್ಥ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲ್ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಹೋದ ವರ್ಷದಾಗ 3 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡೋದು ಈ ಥರ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಗಳು ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಈ ವರ್ಷನೂ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡಿ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಾನು ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಸೆಷನ್ಗಳು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂರ್ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ವಿಷಯಗಳು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡಿ ಕೆಲವು ತಪ್ಪುಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ನಡೆದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಟೀಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಡೀ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂರ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಟೀಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಗುಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ತರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನನ್ನ ಆಸೆ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you, Mr. Ravi, for your speech in Kannada. Now I request our senior valuer, Mr. Basaraj, to say a few words.
Hello, Chairman, Vice Chairman, Secretary, Treasurer, and all my fellow members, friends. So, ಮೊದಲೇ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವೇನೋ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಸಾಂಬಾರು ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಸಾಂಬಾರು ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸೊ ಓಕೆ, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಫೌಂಡರ್ಸ್ ಡೇ ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ಒಂದು ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಬೇಕು. ವಿತೌಟ್ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ವಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಸೂಪರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. Like that, to start with the institution, there is some founders required, our effort. Without effort, one cannot expect fruit of that. So, ಏನೇ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ರತಿಫಲವನ್ನು ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆ ಪಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಹಾಗೆ ಫಾರ್ ದೇರ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್, ಅವರ ಫೌಂಡರ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರ ಎಫರ್ಟ್, ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫೌಂಡರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಫೌಂಡರ್ಸ್ ಡೇನೇ ಇವತ್ತು ಸೆಲೆಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ನನಗೊಂದು ಇನ್ವಿಟೇಷನ್ ಬಂತು, ನರಸಿಂಹನ್ ಅವರು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾಳ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದ 2010 ನಾನು 12 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಆಯಿತು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದಟ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 87-88 2010 ತನಕ ನಾನು ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಹೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಸೊ ಸುಮಾರು ಐ ವರ್ಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಆರ್ಕಿಟೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸು, ಸೊ ಸುಮಾರು ಕಡೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಸೆಟ್ಲ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಎ ಸಿವನ್ ಸೈಟ್ ಇನ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಆರ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಅಪ್ ಟು 2010. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಐ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ದಿಸ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ನನಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಐ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ 2010. ಅವಾಗ ಲಿಟ್ಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಕೋಆಪರೇಟಿವ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ SBI, ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್, ಸೊ ಮೆನಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಸೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನನಗೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ 2010 onwards when we started our business with the valuation, institution of values ಜೊತೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಯಿತು ಆವಾಗಿಂದ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ onwards 2010 onwards we are able to get income, at least some little income. ಸೊ ಆವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೈಫ್ ಸೆಟ್ಲ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಯಿತು ನಮ್ಮದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ಸು. ಸೊ ಅಂಥ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ನನಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅನಿಸಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್.
Thank you, Mr. Basuraj. Now I request Mr. Dayanand to say a few words.
No, you can. Sir, please.
Mr. Pradeep, please come.
Yeah, there is.
Afterwards, Mr. Bhagirath will speak. Bhagirath Ratna.
Good evening. My all value fraternity. In fact, 54 years of long journey which is being formed. We are all actually eating fruits. Though I look very old, I am just very young in the field of valuation. I just started my valuations in 2018. But I have seen so many challenges while doing the valuation. But very sweet and understanding between valuers among ourselves has made us go through all such challenges in a very smoother way. In this occasion, I would like to put forward to make use of this forum. It would be really make it very sensible to arrange and have more and more gathering and establish more unity among ourselves, at least for Bangalore branch members. Like social gatherings, or apart from intellectual upgradations, social gatherings also will be happening so that we will get to know each other very well, and we will also make the dreams created by Mr. P.C. Goyal. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your points are well taken, and we will see that what best can be done. Now I request Mr. Bhagirath.
Good evening to all. I congratulate Iov Bangalore branch for having organized this Founders Day. I also congratulate Mr. Narasimha sir who has done this in a short duration. In fact, he has invited me and everybody of us. And Iov has been like a guru to us. I mean, it has taught us the profession of valuation and and how to do valuations. It has given us contacts. It has given us a platform to do valuation and grow in the field of valuation. And our rich tributes to Shri P.C. Goyal sir, who has given all the valuers in the country, all the engineers and valuers, a big platform and a strong foundation. If not for IOV, there wouldn't have been so many valuers today. And we all know valuation today has become a backbone of the financial system. It is a very essential part of today's financial systems. Without value, you don't get loans. I mean, even for resolutions, you need valuations, and hence we have to give rich tributes to our founder, who has taken all the pains, who has walked the path of thorns to bring IOV to this level today. And even I didn't know about valuation actually. I was into manufacturing sector, I was working in an industry, and I met one of senior valuers who had come to our industry, and he told me about valuation profession, and he asked me to attend one seminar, IOV, which was being conducted in, I think, Coimbatore, Tiruchi. Yeah, that was the first time I got to know about IOV. And from then on, I attended the seminar. Then I felt very nice about this profession. Then I also wanted to come into this. Then I became a life member. Then I took empanelment in income tax. Then I got income tax certificates. I've been doing valuations for last 8 years. And all this is because of this platform provided by our founder, IOV. And there are no words. I mean, the efforts they have put to bring IOV to this level is immense, and it has given really a good platform to all young engineers. They have got to know about valuations, and they have grown. They have made a livelihood because of this. And I thank the IOV fraternity, senior valuers, and again tributes to our founder. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bagir. It was a very good speech, thought-provoking also. We take all the plus points, whatever you have to take. Mr. Manjunath Putty will now speak.
Good evening. I am not new to engineering, but new to valuation. When I was working, I was a quantity surveyor with a developer. And I joined as a quantity surveyor, became a manager, and then became a DGM contractor. Then after leaving that job, though I was a quantity surveyor, I did not know what was valuation. I have never heard of. Then there were some valuers for our organization who are called as VRK Associates, whom I should remember today, because they introduced those three, Vijay, Ravindra, and Keshav. They put a sign for me. And then I put, after leaving that job, I put up here. Then I came to contact A.V. Manjunath, and then I asked how to become valuation, where to purchase, take the applications and all. And then somehow I made it, and then I got the card. Then afterwards I met Mr. Narasimha, who was very inspiration from the day one, because of which it is continuing still. And we were there together for all other things, and also including this IBBA, which was new to everybody and new to me personally, because I was new to the valuation itself. And this IBBA exam is new to anybody. At that time, we take up this MEP and all. And then I thought, okay, we took the MEP, but let us wait 6 months or 1 year. Then we will study, then we will take the exam. Then I remember Sri Narasimha sir saying, we should not give a long rope to this. If you leave it, you can't pass it. These were the inspiration words. And then because of all that, we were able to qualify for the IBBA also. And the progress also was very slow only. We did not get anything in the beginning. Not even private banks empowerment also was not there. Then slowly one by one started happening. All this happened because though I was a quantity surveyor, I don't like to design and draw the plans and estimate these things of the building. Still, what else? If not that is to be done as a practitioner, what else can be done? I can't go to anybody and say I will do a quantity survey for you. You give me. That is not there because evaluation may be there, but a quantity survey all cannot happen. So because of persons like Goyalji and all, there is a platform. We are all using it now. And so I am the fresher, so to say, for this profession, and I am also at least empaneled with 5-6 banks now. And because of all the existing platforms, which otherwise would not have happened. So with this, I wish everybody happy Founders Day. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Manjunath Puri, for your good and inspiring speech. Now I request Mr. Raghavendra Ji to come and say a few words. Afterwards, Mr. Bhagat Ganesh, be ready.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everyone. I'm a missionary earlier.
Jara Mata.
For me, my founder is Mr. Chetan Shetty, who is from Bangalore. Because of his foundation only, I came here as a valuer. He supported me a lot, including by giving the application and telling that this is the procedure of to work on. And he has himself only signed as a reference. And he told that everything will be in procedure, you have to go, there is no bypass and all the thing. And he asked the Delhi persons also to get empaneled in Iov. And later on stages, my second founder is Mr. Babu. He helped me a lot in getting how to do the valuation, how the seminar will be, what are the things will be in valuation, what are the books you have to study, who we have to contact, who are all the seniors is there to ask for valuations. Then my third founder was Mr. Raju GS and AV Manjunath. He helped me a lot in getting the valuations. He supported me like how the procedures should be done. And later on stages, Mr. Gupta sir has helped me to join in banks as a valuer. He suggested to join me in all the banks as how to get empanelment and all. These are all my founders. For me, as Goyal sir has what he founded in Iov. For me, Iov's platform has helped me to take this type of valuations and all the things. I thank Goyal sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Raghavendra. Now I request Mr. Bhagat Ganesh. Swami, you are next to prepare again.
Sir. Next level.
Separate time. Swami, you are next to Nivo.
Cost accountant madam, only valuation.
Huh?
Background baratte bari.
Good evening all.
Good evening.
First, I want to thank you, Mr. Goyal sir, to come here. Praise the seed. As the sir told, we are standing in the shadow and eating the fruits of Iov. So, I am thinking about this long-term view of Mr. Goyal sir for the profession of valuation. When valuation department is Iov given the identity to me. How my journey started from college days. Last year, subject is their valuation. There is no books. My lecturer, Mr. Senthil Kumar sir, he has introduced to me some books. and he introduced me Kannada Sabha sir. He is writing his books regarding valuation. Those Xerox copies we are having for the examples. How he is introduced to me the valuation is one department of civil engineering, and one person in Mumbai is sitting and earning more money. So I got impressed on that. Okay, I have to become a value. How? I don't know. Then I asked him, Central Secretary, I asked him. He told that after completion of PhD, 10 years you have to wait and you have to do for the valuation. Okay.
Estimation and valuation.
Estimation and valuation. So first value, I don't know. What are the values I don't know. So I went and started with BOT, quantity surveying. Everything I did, and after 6 years of my working, I started my work for the consultancy services. Once immediately come to the 10th year, Mr. Prasad City was my immediate boss. He has introduced me. He has told that one institution is there, that is called IOV in Bangalore. So that meeting person is Lokesh. That time he was the chairman and secretary. And I met him. And he asked some please and be a member, become a member. Again it is a plan. Sir, where can I get my money as a value? I asked him. You have to do more work and you have to enter on the bank. And again it will be a plan. Every Saturday and Saturday, my work is to go for the banks. Every bank I am going and meet the managers. They even not ready to even talk. It was there. Next day. Again, Mr. Chandrasekhar sir came. He has told that 34 AB is the Wealth Tax Act. You have to go to the tax department. You have to register as a approval. Before that, I got the absolute value from the IOD. So lifetime member became a lifetime member. Then I became an approval. Okay, Wealth Tax value also. Afterwards also some blank is there. So I am doing my POT course. One day one mail came from the Kannada Sabha. By seeing the number of IOB brands, all over India brands he has taken, all the members he has sent the mail. So I got this. So I attended more than 10 classes by stage wise, and I have done so that is because of IOB. Again, no banks are they are not ready to do that. Some private bank like ICICI bank, they won't call Kate. I fed up with the no bank will be given the environment I thought. One day a call came from ICICI bank. I am seeing you as a member of IOB Bangalore. So that is also happening because of I am member of IOB banks. So this all happened from the IOB. Even nowadays also I am seeing that public tender, open tender, either Wealth Tax Act 34 year registered or IOB value. Even now they are telling some politics are there. On the North Indian things will be growing more. People are not there like that. So many other institutions also opened. But I always thankful to IOB because it has given the identity to me, more money to me. So as I expected, so I got some money and name, everything I got from the IOB. So I am very thankful for IOB and the founder, PC Goyal. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bhagat. I now request our senior fellow, Mr. Swami, to say a few words. Mr. Swami is 70 years old.
Actually, I am a very young member, very old. I am 70 years old and confused. I am 27 years. Of course, I have been in business of visualization for a long time. I am an electronics engineer, but I did my industrial engineering and I was in engineering. Industrial engineering involves expenditure, so many things. In fact, I was in the company of disposal of old items, making of new items. Sometimes we sold items to ancillary units, then valued items. Meanwhile, I did my ICW job. I am a cost accountant. I am an electronics engineer, industrial engineer, and accountant. I was not knowing this. I also had some problem as soon as I retired. No, I was not with any fund. I was actually deprived of my fund. I thought I should do something. But I had so many other things. I was a teacher. That's why information at the point. I am doing all that. So I thought that's a very good thing. I tried, but only bankers were getting. I was not anything. Even though I did so many inquiry and other things I done. Then one day I met was Chandrasekhar is here nearby. I think he was in not here. The surveyor came. HP Samaj. Yeah. He is a son-in-law is my friend. He is a chief engineer of railway. He is a classmate of our Asaraki. So, and then he said, why don't you become a valuer? Then I contacted and I became valuer also 14, 15. Then I applied for LPI, I didn't get any empanelment. Then I got a 34 AV also because the chief commissioner of income tax was my friend. So I got that also, but I didn't take any business. Then I applied for this register value examination and first year also had a problem. Because I am an electronics engineer, they didn't recognize electronics engineer in the beginning. They said mechanical engineer, only electrical engineer. Then I have obtained the equivalent because of 34 years. I sent that to board, IBTS. Then after a long time, I did along with our friend the training, but I took out 1.5 years that examination. I passed in one attempt, very good. And meanwhile, I became insolvency professional. I was insolvency in one professional. So most of the time it's more painful also, but it's more painful. So I need to focus now only I am willing. Now I am taking the unnecessary thing. I am getting some good, otherwise I am sure with Satan and all that. He is a important person of my practice. So I will get more in, I am not seeing much in what you call variance, what is the way is that. But more number of valuations are there. That's why IFRS has come, more number of valuations come. For everything there is a value. Fair value. So now I am getting almost 1 or 2 in a month. And also quite paid. So if they make it that cost accountant cannot practice values and complete, I will become valuer. Now I decided to become valuer. No, I was practicing cost accountant. So I want to get involved. Good sir. I involved in engineering committee. I am also engineer now. I worked as engineer as well as a finance man. I am working in DL, management finance person. I was in DL. Retired as a finance. So I would like to be part of your group and contribute what I can. Only thing I was seeing is why this is not self-sustained. For example, you take the case of Chartered Account Institute or Cost Account Institute. They are very rich. They are very rich and finance. They get no money from the government. They get no money from the government. I don't know what is the reason. Only thing I can see is they have a compulsory educational program for taking the exam and conducting examination and they pay money. Why these people, this is not so, I don't know. If I can do something on that, I will help. Okay. I know what all they are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your good speech. Now I request my good friend, senior valuer, Mr. Shukumar, to say a few words.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. And this is the Founders Day arranged. Really very happy because how much regrets Mr. Narasimhan having. How he remembered and innovated this. This became innovation for us because we have not done since 4 years. I have joined in this. I don't know if you Founders Day. Because I know that only
years for the last 1990.
1990. Arrangement. Only done values they will done. Whether it is done this one, I don't understand. Suddenly, again one more message put it. Please come. This is the Founders Day. So actually, okay, that is the thing we wrote. Today we are experiencing and all these things. I am very little junior, I don't know about all these things. Just I have done few words for short. My thing is, I want to say only one thing is, whatever our goals are based in the earlier stages and what we are facing nowadays, lot of difference. Now he made everything network, he made a road, national highway. even though national library is there, we are not able to go correctly. So we can understand how much difficulty he faced in the earlier stages. So we have to be very grateful to him. Because of him, every day we are eating bread and butter because of him. So this is the thing only I can tell. More than that, I don't have so much valuation. I am very junior in this field. I was started only 2-3 years back. Just I am on behalf of Mr. Goel, like me and everybody is running all our life. And we should be, for next community, those of people coming, we should be guideful and helpful to the community. Thank you.
Today's meeting, everybody has spoken except two persons, Mr. Dayanand and PC Nataraj. I once again request Mr. Dayanand to say at least a few words. Please come. We are happy at Italy and come, no problem. Where is Nataraj sir? Nataraj sir, just few words. Only you are the. Say hello on a stage. Mr. Dayanand, please. After Italy. See, today everybody has participated. Nataraj has come all the way from Kolar. Kolar from Tirupati to Kolar. I'm very happy because each member has participated and given their insights.
ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ಸರ್ ಮೈಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದನೇ ಮಾತಾಡಲಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದನೇ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಸರ್. ಸಾರಿ ಸರ್. ಹಲೋ, ಹತ್ರ ಇಟ್ಕೊಡಿ ಸರ್.
Hello. Good evening to all, sir. I welcome all of you for the Founders Day of BC going of Iov Founder. I would like to say some words about BC going.
Yes, sir.
So just now,
Mr. Dayanand is speaking, giving a few words.
What I was in mind that when BC Goel was completed his graduation and education, he didn't get any job or anything like that, so that he might have started this institution of values and all. But after our chairman has told about his background, he has been studying his education in abroad in those days only and all. So it is very great to know about Mr. P.C. Goel, and very thankful to him to found this institution of values. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mandiran sir. Before I speak, I request
to adopt some few community farming. So he has a vision for not for the 1 year, like he has a vision for the long distance. So like that we have to adopt the visionary, like valuation. We want to get the tomorrow money, not like that. Better competency. Then it will become a visionary. Down to the 10 to 20 years, want to look in the valuation. And as the valuation, we want to develop latest technologies like that. So when I get to the valuation field, I got a discount cash flow concept. So now people are identifying that they are in the discount cash flow. So there's so many new techniques are coming out. So I have to adopt that. So thank you.
Curating our communication this thing. So now anybody wants to speak? Nataraj, last chance. Buy one, free one. So gentlemen, at the very outset, I thank all the speakers. Before I say a few words, I profusely thank one and all for participating in today's function and also saying a few words in your capacity, your experience, your expertise, your exposure and your inherent thoughts and all. Good evening everybody. Mr. Ulas Prabhu, our chairman, Mr. K. Manjunath, our vice chairman, Mr. Natraj, senior valuer, Mr. Vyasraj, senior valuer, Mr. Basraj, senior valuer, Mr. Dayanand, Mr. Manjunath Murthy, Mr. B.C. Natraj, Mr. Bhagirath, Mr. Manjunath Murthy, Mr. Pradeep, Mr. Raghavendra, Mr. Bhagat Ganesh, Mr. Chaitanya Murthy, Mr. Swami, Mr. Shiv Kumar, and the present guest of honor also, Mr. Guru Prasad. I welcome all of you for today's. Today is a twin banner function. It is not only the Founder's Day, it is also the birthday. So now as a small gesture, I request everybody to stand and say, wish you happy birthday to our late world PC this thing. This will be a please stand up and say, wish you best wishes for our late BC Goel. Wherever he is there, our Iov Bb team's voice will be heard, and whatever good thoughts he has heard, his legacy will be carried forward by our IOC team. And we pray for his soul to rest in peace. At the same time, we wish his birthday very good. Happy birthday, sir. Please sit down, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Each speaker has spoken about their exposure, about their experience, and their expertise about in these things. Mr. P.C. Goel is the founding father with a very, very long. It is not only a visionary, it is a binary visionary, because he was saying not only in the day, he was saying in the night also. That means 24 hours he was imagining also. Since I am also partly from the banking industry as Mr. Ulas Prabhu, so Syndicate Bank, Mr. TMA, fine, Canara Bank, Subbarao, Central Bank, Swarabji Pochanwal. All these three people, I am talking about 1911. So 1911, 1902, 1911, 1908, all these three bankers were there. They were in the field of banking. So the banking is the base. Today it is the financial. It is the pillar for all the nations throughout the world. So with this, when I was born, Mr. Goel had just returned from London. As Mr. Ulas Prabhu had said, he was basically an architect. He then did in engineering and all. He had been, most of his studies was in advance in London, UK. Then he returned. But it was in those days it is a pre-independence day actually. So the things were very tough. But whatever this, as these founders in banking industries did, he did for the engineering industries. Today, as Ulas Prabhu also said, S.K. Bhagat, his tributes, Mr. Shiv Kumar, please. Shiv Kumar sir, please. Shiv Kumar sir, Amen Bhakti. As Mr. Ulas Prabhu has said, Mr. S.K. Bhagat, S.K. Bhagat's tributes, nobody can match. He was the former vice president of IOV. He has even listed many of the achievements. And today he is on record, he says, several thousands of people, engineers, are living based on IOV these things. We once again thank Mr. P.C. Goel for his far-sighted visionary, without which people may not understand what is IOV and all in the long these things. New entrants will take a time for people who are very senior valuers, who have seen working as a civil engineer and switched over to valuation and all. What is the difference and what is this? Today, the scenario is changed. A lot of sea change has taken place in both financial as well as valuation. Today, if everybody has seen their WhatsApp messages, latest, today there was a session in from 2 o'clock to 5:30, with points also was there, only some of them were no. In fact, as Mr. Ulas Prabhu and K. Manjunath was aware, there was an invitation for us also, but all the invitation was late for us, by mail and all. It was, we are supposed to respond by 18th. The mail had come on 19th. So there was no time to respond all. Today morning 7 o'clock I had sent two messages to our Honorary Secretary Mr. Goel asking, wishing the function at 2:30, which is supposed to be inaugurated by our flag Rajan and Mr. Navrang Saini, ex-IBBI chief. So I wished them and also told best of birthday wishes also. And also requested to send the latest profile of Mr. P.C. Goel, who is his father. But he was so busy, but because he has not even seen the message, because that today is fully, right from morning 7 o'clock, he is fully occupied. There are a lot of visitors for him, a lot of gestures are there, this thing. So on July 1st he died, but May 21st he was established that Institute of Engineers. So it's a befitting tribute to Institute of Engineers, whom we are at present generations are reaping the fruits. Mr. Pradeep also said, today all of us are gathering here, and such gatherings should take place. It's also my wish and also everybody wish that we should meet in large numbers and take positive action and this thing. Then only whatever the legacy he has left behind, we will be able to reap it. That means we will reap it, means our next generation will also be in a better position. Today, Mr. Manjunath Murthy knows what is the system, how the system is there, how valuation in system. Today, he is there, he is also a part of me in some of the items and all. He is also doing capital gains, I am also doing capital gains. Now the latest in capital gains, many of you might not have aware, it is faceless valuation. That means 4 assistant chief commissioners of income tax will be there. One will be investigation, one will be technical, one will be administrative, one will be assessing. You as a civil engineer, you will never visit the place except you will be having your system or a laptop or your advanced Android or iPhone mobile, you should have it. Otherwise, your capital gains, if you are not updated, timing they were given 2-3. It is called National Faceless Valuation for Capital Gains. So the latest trend is, if you are not equipped with systems, I am also poor in systems, I have to learn. But learning is not inhibition. Age is not an inhibition. So I request all our engineer friends to keep abreast, not only in your valuation skills also, in your communication skills, especially in your systems, you have to upgrade. If you have to be in the market, you have to be in the good in your system also, then only you have to be this thing. All this is based, as Mr. Basuraj said, for anything, foundation is the important. Yes. For building, foundation is important. For valuation, if you do the basics, today skills, basic plus skills, for which the foundation is laid by late Mr. P.C. Goel. We thank him profusely, not by only this, by leaps and bounds. We thank him. And what I request is, in all the other meetings, in next future meetings, I request you personally to come in large numbers, participate, give your whatever these things. Today I was really happy, more happy, because each one of you have given your own valuable ideas, I am telling you, valuable ideas. Speakers who are not willing to come to the stage have come and today have come and given their speak. I profusely thank them and all. I once again thank you for making this function a very good these things. Now I request Mr. K. Manjunath to give the concluding speech today, and vote of thanks by Mr. Natraj.
My dear friends, the Secretary's inherent idea of extending the function is very well seen by all the members. Because there is I don't know what is the concluding remarks and vote of thanks, both are same. But still we want to keep all our members in Iov office. It's really good. Anyway, it's good to speak with you all, because from the last 3-4 years we are in this building. Each and every month we have EC meeting and other programs. this year we are planning to have some sessions outside Bangalore. I have spoken to our chairman sir also. In fact, I would like to suggest our secretary Naseema sir to have a OP meeting. We need to have some sessions in colleges. Because I have already spoken to PIT college principal. They have accepted. We need to plan it out how to do a 3-hour session or 4-hour session in colleges. Then again, in other areas like Kolara, Chikkulapura, there we want to meet our engineering friends, because sometimes we need local rates about Kolara, Chikkulapura, what is there. We need to unite all our Karnataka values, because what today, Founders Day, whatever we are celebrating, the main crux of that is we need to develop our institution in a broader way and helping the engineering community with all our efforts and attempts. So in this way, our Bangalore branch want to do some new activities like college students fraternity to introduce, because many of the students are not knowing about the valuation profession. We need to give them an input about, if you come out of the college, there is one more area is there where you can try. How much you can try is a different issue, but still we want to give that one. Again, some other programs we are planning it. We would like to have this OB meeting, and it's really, I would like to say that our secretary has got a lot of attracting features, because he has collected more than 18 members for this Founders Day. Even 2018 when Goyal sir expired, only about 5 members were there. We arranged that funeral day. So very good, sir. Congratulations for your effort in bringing all the members under one umbrella. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much, sir, for coming and listening, and thanks Mr. Manjunath for your concluding speech. Now I request Mr. our senior value, Mr. Nataraj, to give the vote of thanks.
First of all, I thank our founder, Mr. Goyal, who has given us a platform like this. We should be thankful to him first. And thank you, Ullas Prabhu sir, our chairman. He arranged a very good platform on this day. We came to know from everyone what are the benefits they have taken from our Institute of Values, like that. And I thank Mr. Narasimhan sir. He has for his arrangements, all these arrangements. So chairman and Narasimhan sir, they have, and also with the efforts of our Manjunath and our members, they have conducted very nicely this function. I once again thank all members who attended the function, and we have shared your experiences about our Institute of Values. Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind words. There in Delhi, the function they had of national anthem. Shall we have to do national anthem? Please stand up for the national anthem.
Anytime after.